Possible pardons in the future for those facing charges over the January 6th riots. How many Texans could be impacted? And growing demands to the federal government from top lawmakers pushing for specialized tech to address the mysterious drones over the eastern seaboard. But first, we're taking a look outside on this Sunday. Clouds in the sky with parts of Central Texas even getting some rain this afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jennifer Sanders in for Nabil Ramana. And with me now is meteorologist Tommy House. Okay, what do people need to know, Tommy, headed into the work week?
Yeah, you know, obviously yesterday and today we were warmer than normal. A little bit of humidity in the air, some showers. It's going to be, again, the same story tomorrow. Okay. Things will change, though. We'll talk about the current conditions right now. Here's our satellite and radar. A lot of southerly flow. Notice those dark green arrows that I drew show you where a lot of this moisture is just funneling into Central Texas. We have a very weak front to our north, stationary, so it's not really moving. Zooming on in right along I-35. That's your best bet for a quick shower or downpour later on this afternoon into the evening. I think west of Llano, Mason, and San Saba, you should be dry overnight tonight for the most part, and east of Fayette County. But right near the Austin Metro, if you have any sort of outdoor reservations or plans, I'd bring an umbrella and rain jacket if you're going to be sitting outside for a long duration of time. 74 right now. We have those clouds building in on the horizon. We'll keep the scattered showers overnight tonight. 72 at 6 p.m. By 8 p.m. 70, and 10 p.m. we'll return to the upper 60s. Overnight lows tonight just getting down to the mid 60s, kind of like where we were earlier today. Rain coverage throughout the morning hours tomorrow. We're going to remain at that 20%. We'll talk about those scattered showers for your Monday. A warm start to the week, maybe even mid 70s again before a front moves through. I'll show you which day that front will move through. That's all coming up on First Warning Weather. All right, a section of Northern California was hit Saturday morning with a rare tornado that is being blamed for at least 5 injuries. This tornado now confirmed to be a EF1, touchdown just after 1:30 in Scotts Valley, California, near a shopping mall. That's about 70 miles south of San Francisco. Toppling trees and utility poles, overturning cars, and leaving behind a trail of damage in neighborhoods and on roadways. Local authorities say several people were treated for their injuries. And yesterday in the Midwest, a lot of people faced a ice storm which created treacherous driving conditions, with one interstate temporarily closing after numerous cars and trucks slid off the road. In addition to difficult travel conditions, thousands of Iowa residents were without power on Saturday.
All right, Tommy, thank you so much. President-elect Donald Trump said he will begin looking at pardoning those convicted of crimes during the January 6th riot at the Capitol. He says will know much more once he takes office on January 20th. And here's NBC's Phil Prazen with Texans serving time and how they may be impacted.
He made the promise on the campaign trail. Now, incoming President Trump plans to pardon rioters of their crimes on a case-by-case basis, ranging from trespassing to assaulting police officers.
We're going to look at individual cases, yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to be acting very quickly.
Within your first 100 days, first day?
First day.
First day?
Yeah, I'm looking first day.
Issue these pardons.
These people have been there, how long is it, 3 or 4 years?
Okay.
You know, by the way, they've been in there for years, and they're in a filthy, disgusting place.
According to an analysis from the University of Chicago, 66 Texans were charged with crimes. That's the third highest number per state after Florida and Pennsylvania. In Texas, Tarrant County has the most arrested, according to their database, followed by Harris, Bexar, and then Collin counties. Trump also threatened to jail members of the January 6th committee who investigated the riot afterwards.
I mean, they were tried through the criminal justice system just like everybody else, and he's so politicized that system. It's just, again, Trump putting himself and his own petty grievances ahead of the work to be done for the American people.
Congressman Greg Casar was not on the January 6th committee, but believes Trump's quest for vengeance may derail his first administration. In an interview with NBC News, the incoming president said he does plan to relitigate the 2020 election, where he lost to current President Joe Biden.
For the sake of unifying this country, will you concede the 2020 election and turn the page on that chapter?
No. No, why would I do that?
The former president will be sworn into another 4-year term on January 20th, 2025. Phil Prazen, NBC5.
All eyes are on the Federal Reserve this week ahead of its two-day policy meeting. The Fed is widely expected to cut interest rates when it announces its decision on Wednesday. According to CNBC, interest rates are expected to be lowered by another quarter point. It will mark the third rate cut in a row, with one just last month. Now, this all comes as we are expecting key economic data that's set to be released in the week ahead. We'll learn how much the economy grew when the latest reading of the gross domestic product, or GDP, is released Thursday. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is pushing for new technology and legislation to address the recent drone sightings in the Northeast. This all comes after residents around the eastern seaboard have been reporting mysterious drone sightings for more than a week. Schumer said he has reached out to the Department of Homeland Security about implementing a type of drone detection system called Robin to find out what's going on.
Today, we're asking the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, to deploy special detection systems like the Robin, which use not a linear line of sight, but 360-degree technology that has a much better chance of detecting these drones. And we're asking DHS to bring them to the New York, New Jersey area.
And Schumer is also pushing for support of a bill that will give local authorities more oversight in detecting drones. Well, right now, many high school students might feel pressured to go to a four-year college after graduation. While this is a good decision for many, it's not the only avenue to success. That's the idea behind a program at San Marcos Toyota that allows high school students to work in the shop to explore a career as an automotive technician. Creators of the program say it is mutually beneficial. It sets students up for a career in the industry, one that is high-paying and doesn't come with a lot of debt. It also helps dealerships maintain a healthy workforce, something the industry has struggled to do since the pandemic.
Really allows us to grow the technicians from within and from around the community.
There's a lot of other career paths other than just, four-year colleges. I think there's just a lot of options, and you don't want to overlook those.
The dealership tells us that after finishing the high school program, there is an opportunity to keep working and studying through a technician program at Austin Community College. KXAN's Sam Stark will have the full story tonight on KXAN News. From Starbase to Star City, aerospace company SpaceX is hoping to turn part of their property here in Texas into a town. Janelle Tomegua has what Cameron County officials have to say about this new push.
I think it's something that Elon probably has wanted since day one.
Starbase, Texas. The idea of turning the home of SpaceX into a Rio Grande Valley city has been talked about for years and may soon become a reality. Starbase General Manager Catherine Luters sent a petition to Cameron County Judge Eddie Trevino requesting a special election be held to decide if the area could become its own city.
Can't say it's a surprise per se. We didn't know it was coming at this moment. We didn't get the heads up yesterday, but we knew that potentially it was coming.
Cameron County Judge Eddie Trevino says the next step is to make sure Starbase meets all the state requirements. The county's legal division will verify all the documentation before any election is held. Trevino says at that time, it would be up to the residents of Starbase to decide its future, adding that the county benefits from Starbase, whether it's a city or not.
It's just like having, an additional city. One, obviously, that's going to have a lot of a worldwide attention. So if they meet the requirements, just like any other group of individuals that would like to incorporate or make their own city, then they'll have that opportunity.
In Luther's letter, she says Starbase has already contributed billions to improve infrastructure and generated hundreds of millions in income and taxes for local businesses and government. Starbase employees and residents already take an active role in improving the environment, and becoming a city would help streamline the building of amenities for all the people who already call Starbase home.
All right, KXAN.com/allergy is 24/7 updates for you. Cedar and Mo low, but they're trending up, and here's what I'm tracking. 70 sticking around for the near future. Grab that umbrella and rain jacket across the next few days.
The arrest of a Florida woman is sparking a nationwide debate after police say that she threatened her health insurance company. Some say the charges she faces are an overreaction. NBC's Stacey Da Silva has more.
I don't think the reasonable person would perceive this as an actionable threat.
Bay Area attorney Gary DePuri is not representing Brianna Boston, but he says the lawyer who is should push for a speedy trial.
This is in the news right now, and people are angry at they're siding with the murderer in New York, which I disagree with. But at this point, that benefits this defendant.
Boston is accused of using language from the alleged United Healthcare CEO killer while on the phone with her insurance company, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and then said, quote, "You people are next."
Is that juror going to sit back and go, yeah, that sounds like a reasonable threat? I believe if they go to trial as quickly as possible and pick a good jury, they would not be able to convict her.
Boston told police she did not own any firearms. She's facing a charge of written threat to kill or injure, conduct a mass shooting, or an act of terrorism. Some people say she should be protected by the First Amendment.
This statute has already survived scrutiny as far as whether or not it's free speech.
A judge ordered Boston be held on $100,000 bond. Boston's family declined to comment at her home Friday. DePuri says law enforcement has to take action when it comes to threats, but police are just one part of the judicial system.
Usually something like this would end up in a plea agreement where she takes a few classes and anger management classes and things like that.
Well, Boston's spouse said earlier this week that any GoFundMes or crowdsourcing sites that say they are benefiting her are fraudulent.
First warning weather with meteorologist Tommy House.
A warm day today, still in the mid-70s with some cloudy skies in Austin. Humidity at 82%. Few light showers and drizzle at this moment along the I-35 corridor. Hill country west of Llano County is dry, and east of Fayette County also dry. The Austin area outdoor plans. Just remember you may need an umbrella and rain jacket through the overnight hours. Dense fog builds back in yet again early tomorrow morning before scattering by mid-morning. So drive slow and safe and reduced visibility. High temperatures for your Monday east of I-35 could be getting close to 80. We'll stay in the low to mid 70s, 73 in Fredericksburg. How about 75 in Llano, 75 in Burnett, 78 in Austin, 79 degrees in Bastrop for a high tomorrow. Our high-res model keeps the rain chances, hit or miss 20%. It's not going to be a consistent rain. This is what we've been dealing with not only for Saturday, but also today as well. Maybe some clearing toward the mid-morning, early afternoon hours. Most of the rain by the afternoon toward the hill country. And then we'll see clouds build back in overnight again Monday into your Tuesday. So rain chances will stay at 20% tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Cold front moves through Wednesday afternoon, so that keeps us dry Thursday through next weekend. Additional rainfall totals west of Travis County, 1/10 of an inch to an additional 1/4 of an inch, and east of Boston, 1/4 of an inch to an inch. We'll stay on the low side of this most likely, probably somewhere between 2/10 of an inch. On Wednesday across Texas, here's the front moving through pretty slowly. The models have been actually weakening with this front, so I'm not expecting it to be as strong as we once thought even a day or two ago. Still some rain is possible for your Wednesday afternoon, but by the evening hours will be dry with cooler and drier air filling back in. Notice the temperatures come Thursday. We're back into the mid to upper 60s. Our normal high this time of year is 64, so we'll stay near that trend through Saturday and Sunday into your Christmas week. Tonight, 65 degrees, drizzle and fog with a few showers from time to time. Winds will be calm, and tomorrow back up into the upper 70s, mostly cloudy skies with the scattered shower trend yet again continuing for the third straight day. Winds out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Your first warning weather, 7-day forecast, 66 on Thursday. Sunshine sticking around, 68 on Friday, 67 on Saturday as Texas football is hosting a playoff game on Sunday, 65. Those lows going from the mid-60s to the low to mid-40s come early Thursday morning.
This is KXAN Sports, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry.
Things haven't gone well for Dallas this season for the most part. Even yesterday brought the news that defensive back Trayvon Diggs would be out for the rest of the season, needing surgery. A win today, though, would bring everyone a much-needed smile. We go to Charlotte. Cowboys, Michael Parsons and the crew taking on the Carolina Panthers. Second quarter, no score. Cooper Rush stepping up and finding CeeDee Lamb. What an adjustment by Lamb to haul that in. 7-0 Cowboys, 10-0 late second quarter. Ball on the 13-yard line. Cooper Rush loses the ball, though. Panthers recover big turnover because the first play of the ensuing drive for Carolina, Bryce Young connects with Jalen Coker, and Coker outruns everyone to get to the end zone. That's an 83-yard touchdown, 10-7. So big mistake for Rush, but he makes up for it in the third quarter. Rolling out to his right, and he finds Jalen Tolbert in the back of the end zone, 17-7. That's Tolbert with an L. Jonathan. Later in the third quarter, Cooper Rush looking again, and this time after he scrambles, he finds Jalen Brooks, and what a catch by Brooks. 24-7 Cowboys. Dallas wins 30-14 to improve to 6-8 overall. 5-2 on the road, though. 3 touchdown passes, 214 yards for Rush, no interceptions. The Texans hosting the Miami Dolphins. We pick it up in the second quarter, tied at 3. Tua Tagovailoa looking for someone. Well, he's sacked by Will Anderson, and Anderson forces the fumble. Texans recover. So a big turnover by Houston. They've been forcing turnovers all year, and then this is what you want if you're a Texan. You want that turnover to turn into points on the next drive. C.J. Stroud finding Nico Collins for the touchdown, 10-3 Texans. 13-6 Houston. Stroud to Nico Collins again from 6 yards out. Looked a little different. Same result, though. 20-6 Houston. Late third, same scorer, though. Miami not going away quietly. Tagovailoa on fourth down, finding Jonnu Smith. What a catch by Smith. 20-12 Houston. Miami missed the extra point. Under 2 minutes, same score. Tagovailoa's pass, though, intercepted by Derek Stingley. What a interception by Stingley, snatching that from Tyreek Hill. Second interception of the day for Stingley. Texans forced 4 turnovers in the 20-12 win. So Houston improves to 9-5. They'll hit the road to face the Chiefs next Saturday at noon. Dallas will host Tampa Bay next Sunday night right here on KXAN. UT women's basketball is hoping to surge into SEC play, playing at its best, because the Longhorns know it'll be a grind once conference play begins in January. Texas took on Richmond. We pick it up in the first quarter. Brianna Preston in transition misses, but Aaliyah Moore gets the rebound and the putback. Texas up 20-11. That was the score at the end of the first quarter. Then Preston over to Madison Booker, and Booker steps back, drains the three-pointer. Texas up 25-13. Late first half, Rory Harmon, nice pass inside to Taylor Jones for the layup and the foul, 33-18. Longhorns after that. Jones did miss the free throw, so it technically wasn't an and one. Fourth quarter, Shea Holly over to Madison Booker inside. Booker had herself a day. She makes this jumper right here. She had a game-high 25 points, and Texas wins it 65-54.
Madison Booker can bail you out of a lot of bad offense sometimes, and you know she's really, really good. And inside game needs to get way better. They're a lot like Oklahoma, you know, and we're going to have to guard them later, obviously, in the league. So it was good for us to come on the road and play a team like this.
All right, to the men, Texas hosting Arkansas Pine Bluff in another tune-up game before conference play. First half, Tremont Mark with a three-pointer right there, 10 points and 6 rebounds on the day for Mark. And Caden Shedrick faces the defender, goes baseline and jams it. 14 points on the day for Shedrick. Texas in cruise control in this one. They're up 50-14 here. Nick Cody, the freshman, making the jumper right there. And then Jordan Pope breaking down the defender, hits the jump shot from the top of the key. He had 17 points, 4 assists, and 4 steals. Final seconds of the half, Cody, the three-pointer, got it right before the buzzer. 20 points off the bench to lead the team for Cody. And then Julian Laird, the alley-oop to Kendall Weaver. Texas wins 121-57. That's the most points ever in the mood. Longhorns 9-2 now overall. They're back home on Thursday night.
Wow, congratulations to them both. I guess I'm wearing orange in honor of the win.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.